Hello everyone, and then welcome to another tutorial video. Okay, so in this video we're just treating how to solve your how do we call it, the algebra MCQs, okay, with your calculator. Okay, so we are trying to augment our studies, trying to learn smart, not hard. Okay, so during your either MIDSEM or exams, you won't have enough time to do all the calculation, the hands-on calculations. Okay, you need some improvement in your calculation, because you have to beat time. Okay, beating time is the most important thing. Okay, so now this is the first disclaimer. Once you know these calculator tricks and how to go about solving using these calculator tricks, you could solve, no, I won't say could solve, you can solve 70%, yes, 70% of your exams. Okay, so kindly pay attention, follow the procedure, and then this video is going to be very short and precise. Okay, very short, precise and concise. So let's dive right into this video. Right, so let's take the first example. So you know that you have to express sine 3 theta as powers of what? Sine what? Sine theta. Okay, and then you've been given 4 options, and then you have to choose what? The correct answer. Okay, so per your normal calculation, complex numbers, trigonometry function, you would start expanding and all that. Okay, so since there's exams and you need to beat time, okay, and then beating time will help finish the exams. Okay, at least finish most part of the exam. So let's try solve this the smart way. Okay, so let's pull up our pens over here. Right, okay, so first thing you need to know is that the calculator doesn't have any form of theta within it. Okay, so you have to represent your theta with what? Sine, and theta with x, okay, or y. So let's say we have our theta, okay, to be equal to x, okay, and then let's say our x is what? 2. Let's represent x as 2. Okay, so let's say sine 3 theta is equal to what? Sine 3 theta is the same as what? Sine 3x. Okay, so right now you have to punch sine 3 theta, which is the same as what? Sine 3x, okay, on your calculator, but represent your x. Okay, so you have to replace your x with what? 2. Okay, right, so let's see how we do that now. So you punch your sine what? 3x, okay, on your calculator. Okay, and then you click on solve. Okay, it will ask for the value for x. Okay, and then you click on what? Our value for x is what? 2. Okay, so let's click on 2 and then click on the equal to sign. You will notice that sine 3x is equal to what? 0.1045. okay, so we have what? 0.1045. okay, now let's proceed. Since we know that since we don't know the exact answer, so we have to check for the various what provided answers, so that we would arrive at a correct answer. So one thing you need to know is that since your value is positive over here, okay, so you have to choose a certain corresponding answer which might end up giving you what? A positive value. Okay, so from A we could notice that we have what? Minus 3 sine theta minus 4 sine cube theta. It means that the value will be what? Negative. B is what? 3 sine theta minus 4 sine cube theta. It means that the value will be what? Positive. So let's try with what? B, option B. Okay, so let's see. Let's choose option B. So we have what? 3 sine theta, okay, that's x, okay, and then minus 4 sine cube theta, okay, x 3. Okay, now let's choose our value for x. So you click on calc and then you choose your value for x. You know that x is what? 2. Okay, let's choose our value for 2. So we could notice that what? Our final answer is what? 0.1045, which corresponds to what? The sine 3 theta, okay, or the sine 3x. It means that our answer is what? B. Okay, yes, so our answer is B. Okay, that's your answer. So once you get the answer, there's no need to try for the other options. Okay, so someone might go through the traditional approach by proving and expanding binomial expansion and all that, the person might take about 5 minutes or so to arrive at this answer, but you will take within 60 seconds to arrive at the same answer. Okay, so let's move on to the second question. Okay, right, so we have what? Cos 4 theta. Okay, so let's see, we have cos, the same approach. Okay, cos 4x. Okay, and then you choose a certain value for your theta. Let's say your theta is what? 3. Okay, theta is 3 or x is 3, so we will get what? 0.978. okay, so we have cos 4 theta or x is equal to 0.97, wasn't 978? Okay, that's 978. so now let's check for these answers, which of these will give us what? 0.978. okay, so from here you can notice that the person chose C. Okay, so let's go by that. Let's maybe choose C and find out whether we will end up with what? 0.978. okay, try to learn smart. Okay, that's the only way you beat the system. Okay, let's choose C. So we have proving for C. Okay, so we have 8 cos x, okay, exponent 4 x exponent 4, okay, and then minus 8 cos x squared, okay, x squared, and then what? Plus 1. Okay, so this 8 cos exponent 4 minus x, okay, 8 cos exponent 4 theta or x minus 8 cos squared theta or x plus 1. Okay, so now let's choose our value. So for this we chose our x to be what? 3. Okay, so let's choose 3 over here. So you can notice that the answer corresponds. Okay, you can notice that our answer is also what? C. Okay, so let's say we don't know the answer. Okay, and then we start from A. Okay, so let's start from A so that you get to understand what I'm trying to prove. Okay, let's say we start from A, we don't know the answer. So we have what? Cos x exponent 4, okay, and then what? Minus 8 cos squared, okay, cos squared, right, and then what? Plus 1. And let's choose our value for x. So we know that our value for x is what? 3. Right, so you notice that the answer is different. Okay, the same thing applies to maybe, let's say, let's work for let's find the corresponding answer for D. Okay, so D is what? Cos theta exponent 4 plus 8 cos squared x. So let's say, let's bring the positive sign, okay, and then let's check for x. Right, you can notice that this the answer is also different. Okay, that doesn't correspond to the cos 4 theta or cos 4 x, which was 0.978. okay, so now let's move on to the last question on this slide. Okay, so we have what? Sine 4 theta. Okay, so we have to prove which one of these is the answer. Okay, so given that sine 4 theta is equal to 4 cos cube theta sine theta minus 4 cos theta sine cube theta, express tan 4 theta as powers of tan theta. Okay, so from this, someone who might think he knows how to do all the calculation, expand and implement this binomial expansion and all that, or try solving, and then you try going the smart route. Okay, so let's do that. So we have what? Tan 4x. Okay, we are solving for the question 5. Okay, tan 4x. So let's choose our x value to be what? It could be any value. Let's choose maybe x to be 2. Okay, right, so tan 4x will give us 0.1405. okay, so tan 4x or theta give us 0.140. okay, 0.1405. okay, so now let's check for these answers. Wow, I can't even see. I seriously cannot see, but let's try. So we have what? We are choosing what? D. The person chose D as the final answer. Okay, so let's try using D. Okay, so we have 4. I seriously cannot see this thing. Okay, so 4 tan x, okay, plus 4 tan x exponents, is it 3? I think so, divided by we have 1 plus 6 x, okay, squared plus tan x squared. Okay, so we are choosing d. Okay, so this d we are computing for d, so let's choose our value for x. So for x, for the tan for x, we chose our x value to be 2. Okay, so let's choose 2. Right, so you could notice that it corresponds to this value. Okay, this is 0.1386. okay, 1386 is 0.1386. okay, so 0.14, let's say this is approximately equal to 0.14. okay, so this will be also approximately equal to 0.14. okay, so our final answer is what? D. Okay, you can also try the same for A, B, and C, and then find out. You notice that you won't arrive at the same answer. Let's proceed. Okay, so let's this is the same thing. Okay, so you can use the same approach to find what question 18, and then you arrive at the same answer. The same thing applies to this question. Okay, the same thing applies to this question. The same thing applies to this question as well. Okay, so let's try solving for maybe I want a different approach. Okay, so yes, so we could notice that this is similar to what we were doing. Okay, so from here we could use this same approach. Okay, we could use this same approach to find your answer. Okay, the answer for this question. Okay, so let's try solving for that. Okay, so we have what? Sine 4 theta. Okay, so we have sine 4, okay, sine 4 theta. Okay, let's say x is what? Let's choose any value. It could be 2. Okay, right, so sine 4 theta is what? 0.139. okay, so our sine 4 theta is equal to 0.139. so sine 4x or theta is equal to 0.139. okay, that's when x is what? 2. okay, so let's find our answer. Okay, let's try to be quick. Okay, so let's say our answer is D. Let's just use an educated guess. Okay, so let's say D is the answer because the person chose D over here. So let's find out whether that's the correct answer. Okay, 4 cos x, okay, exponent what? 3, okay, and then what? Sine x minus 4 cos x, okay, sine x exponent what? 3. okay, we are trying to find out whether that's the correct answer. Okay, that's D. Okay, so let's choose our x value to be what? The exact value over here. Okay, so we chose 2 over here, so that's what we will be using. Okay, let's 2. okay, right, so we could notice that that's the exact answer. Okay, we had 0.139. okay, from here, right, that's what 0.139 means that our answer is what? D. So let's proceed. Okay, now, so the same thing applies to this question. You could use the same approach. The same thing applies to this question. Okay, let's use the same approach. The same thing applies to this question as well. Okay, so let's try solving this question. Okay, let's say we have cos cube theta. Okay, so we have cos cube theta plus sine cube theta. Okay, right, so let's choose our x value. Let's say our x value is what? 3. okay, let's choose x to be 3. okay, so we have this entire answer to what? 0.996. okay, so we have this entire answer to what? 0.996 when x is what? 3. okay, we know that x is what? Our theta. Okay, so now let's find out which one of these will give us what? Our answer. Note that this is negative and then this value is what? Positive, so most definitely option A is out, option C is also out because they are both negative. They will end up giving us a negative value. Okay, so let's consider option B and D. Okay, let's consider option B and D. So we have what? 1 over 4. Okay, 1 over 4, then we open brackets, cos 3 theta, that's x, okay, plus 3 cos theta, that's x, okay, minus sine x exponent 3, okay, and then what, plus 3 sine x. Okay, now let's choose our value, our x value. Okay, our x value is what? 3. We chose 3 over here. Okay, so let's use 3. Yes, so you could notice that that's not the correct answer. Okay, B is not the correct answer because we ended up with what? 1.035. Meanwhile, the answer is what? 0.996. Okay, so let's proceed. Let's try with option D. Okay, so we have 1 on 4. Okay, open bracket, cos 3x. Okay, plus 3 cos x. Okay, minus sine x exponent 3. Okay, then we have what? Minus 3 sine of x. Right, so let's find our value. Okay, let's see whether option D corresponds to what? 0.996 by choosing our x value to what? 3. Okay, yes, so you can notice that we had what? 0.956. Means that is very close to what? 0.996. okay, because these options will not give you any value close to 0.996. okay, so our option is what? Our correct answer is what? Option D. Okay, correct answer is option D. So now let's proceed to the next question. Okay, so let's see. So we are left with 2 questions. It seems we've already solved this question. Okay, we've already solved this question. Okay, so let's proceed with this question. Right, so how do you solve this kind of question? We've done a lot on what the trig question, so let's go a bit technical. Okay, so now for this question, determine the values of a and b that satisfy the equation 2 minus 3i equals what? Root of a plus ib. So all you have to do is just simple calculation. Okay, so that you arrive at the correct answer. Okay, now so this is what you do. Right, so we know that what? 2 minus 3i, okay, is equal to a plus ib. Okay, so all you have to do is just square this portion. Okay, square this portion. Okay, so this will cancel this out. Okay, you'll be left with what? 2 minus 3i, okay, all squared. Okay, so once you get to this point, it's just simple calculation. Okay, yes, it's just simple calculation. You just expand and then you arrive at what? Your respective answer. Okay, so try expanding. So once you try expanding, you arrive at what? Your answer. So when you expand this, you get what? 2 exponent 2, okay, minus 2 times what? Okay, yes, let me clear this one out because we cannot write in the dark. Okay, we have what? Minus, I'm using the simple expansion approach. Okay, so we have what? 2 times what? 3. Okay, 2 times 3. Okay, and then we have what? 3i or what? Squared. So when you expand this, 2 exponent 2 is what? 4. Okay, and then 2 by 3 is what? 6i, multiplied by 2 is what? 12i. Okay, that's minus 12i. Okay, and then 3i squared will give us what? I squared will give us minus 1. Okay, and then 3 squared is what? 3 is what? 9. So we have what? Minus 9. Okay, so when you compute this, you end up with what? 4 minus 9 will give us what? Minus 5, and then you have what? Minus 12i. Okay, so this will give us the answer will be what? C. Okay, so that's how you compute for this question. So now let's proceed towards so that you do similar for what? The z. Okay, we do similar for z. So we could notice that for this question we've already found the answer. Okay, we had the answer to what? D. Okay, and then let's try finding what this question. Okay, so you know that z is equal to r plus I wl, okay, plus this 1 over IWC, and then we know our values for the corresponding alphabet. So we know that R is 10, L is 5, C is 0.04, and then W is what? 4. So let's insert it over here. So we have 10 plus W is what? 4 times L. L is 5, okay, and then we have what? I. So all of this by I, and then we have plus 1 over W. No, W is what? 4. Okay, multiplied by our C. C is what? 0.04. Okay, and then all multiplying what? I. Okay, so when you simplify this further, we end up with what? 10. Okay, plus this is what? 4, 5. That's 20. Okay, plus 20i. Okay, 20i plus 1 over, let's point this one. Okay, so we have 4 multiplying what? 0.04. okay, 4 multiplying 0.04, that's 0.16. okay, so we have 0.16i. okay, 0.16i. okay, so what are we to find? We have to find what? Determine what? Determine lem of z if this is that. Okay, so from here you can notice that let's do simple addition over here. Okay, so we have let's put this in complex mode. So we have 20i, okay, plus 1 on 0.16i. okay, so this will give us what? 55 on 4, 55 on 4i, that's 13.75. okay, so we have 10 plus 13.5i. okay, right, so we can notice that what our z will give us what? Sorry, our z is equal to what? 10 plus 13.75i. So from here you can just find your corresponding answer. Okay, so this brings us to the end of this tutorial. So in the next tutorial we'll be treating how to solve complex numbers with what? Vector questions. Okay, so vector algebra. Okay, so this was what? Mainly based on complex numbers. Okay, so there are lots of examples you could solve. Okay, so you can also check my videos on complex numbers and how to solve with calculator. Okay, you'll get more insight on this. Okay, so thanks for staying with me. Kindly like the video, okay, share, and then let me know your questions in the comment section and I will reply them as soon as possible. Okay, subscribe for more. Okay, hit on the bell icon so that you don't miss out on any uploaded video. Kindly like the video. Okay, liking the video will help the video reach other students who will need this study tricks, okay, in order to help them ace their exams. Okay, so I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.